hope you're ready to learn about all the different types of clouds that we see in the sky. What are clouds? Have you ever thought about that? What are clouds? Well, a cloud is a large collection of very tiny droplets of water or ice crystals. The droplets are so small and light that they can float in the air. There are 3 basic forms of clouds. The first form are cirrus clouds. These clouds are high in the sky. They are white and thin. They look like the curls of hair. Do you see how they kind of look wispy? The second form is a stratus. These have sheets or layers. These clouds do not have individual units. They look like strings of cotton candy. The third basic form of clouds are called cumulus. These have individual globular masses. They kind of look like cauliflower. So we've talked about cirrus, stratus, and cumulus clouds. And they can either be low, middle, or high in the sky. Each of these 3 categories have other types of clouds, and we're going to talk more about them. Stratus clouds can also be nimbostratus clouds, and they produce rain. So we've talked about cirrus clouds. Those are the wispy ones that are high in the sky. We talked about stratus clouds so far, and those are low in the sky, and they're not individual, and they just are in flat layers. And we talked about cumulus ones, and those look like cauliflower. Those are my favorite. Let's talk more about different kinds of stratus clouds. The first kind is called altostratus. These clouds are in the middle of the sky, and they create a white, grayish sheet covering the sky. You may be able to see the sun or the moon through these clouds, and if you look at the picture, you can see the sun right there. Cirrostratus. These clouds are high in the sky. They are formed in flat layers. And as you can see, the altostratus is in the middle of the sky, and the cirrostratus clouds are high in the sky, and you can still see the sun. Let's talk more about cumulus clouds. Stratocumulus clouds are low in the sky. They are puffy and gray. Most of these form in rows with blue sky visible in between them. So if you look at the picture, you see how they're kind of lined up like that, but you can still see the sky in between them? Pretty neat. Altocumulus. These are middle level clouds and appear as gray puffy masses. And cirrocumulus clouds. These are high in the sky and appear as small, rounded white puffs that appear in long rows. As you can see, they all kind of look alike, but there are small differences, so pay close attention to the picture so you can identify them. So we just looked at stratocumulus clouds. Those are low in the sky. Altocumulus clouds, those are in the middle sky. And cirrocumulus clouds, those are high in the sky. So the final type of cloud we're going to talk about is called the cumulonimbus. These are thunderstorm clouds. These can be in high, middle, or low parts of the sky. High winds can flatten the top of the cloud into an anvil-like shape. Do you see how it's flat right here? Cumulonimbus clouds are associated with heavy rain, snow, hail, lightning, and even tornadoes. The anvil usually points in the direction of the storm. You may be very familiar with these kinds of clouds living in Oklahoma. We get some pretty big cumulonimbus clouds here. Okay, so one thing that you need to remember about cumulonimbus clouds is that you can't just find them in the low, middle, or high parts of the sky. These can stack upon each other. And that's how they get crazy weather. So we just talked about cumulonimbus clouds. And if you'd like to pause the video, here's some cartoon clouds. I hope you learned a bunch. Thank you so much for listening. You're now ready to go on to the next slide.